This is Samsung's latest flagship. It's our best look yet at the S22 Ultra, or will it be called the Note? This is the first hybrid of those two series. It's going to be coming out really soon. And in this video, I'm going to show you everything you need to know about Samsung's next hybrid flagship. S22, S22 Plus, S22 Ultra, possibly Note. We have new phones coming out from Samsung, and this is our first glance. This is an S21 Ultra. The design has changed substantially for these new ones that are inside this black envelope. There's going to be a video as soon as these things are launched, so subscribe for that. You won't want to miss it, but this is our first glance at the S22, the future of Samsung flagship devices. Ooh, we have lots to look at here. Okay, so this is S22 Ultra inside of this package, and look at that, we already have the later case ready to go, and you can pre-order this right now. So that's kind of your first indication of that design change. So different in the camera area, and this does feel really finished, much heftier than I expected or than I've experienced. This is very different to have this comparison and hands-on experience that I'm having right now. That is a huge alteration from these large camera areas that bulge out from the actual device, and that's not happening here. There's some rumors at the moment that this may be called the Note model, and actually examining this, I can see a little area here where a pen could be housed. So it's not actually the death of the Note series as some had rumored, but maybe a hybrid of the Ultra and the Note, the best of both worlds. So I'm gonna peel this protective coating now. It does still have some curve to it along both of the edges here. It will also still have the hole punch camera in the front here. All right, so obviously the first thing that captures your attention here is the difference in the camera area. So this is gonna lay a lot flatter than the previous model. When you have this device inside of a case, especially if it's a thin style case like this one, I mean, you can see just how slick that whole setup is right there. It barely bulges out even with the case on there. And this is a big device, so it's gonna be a popular choice to go with a thin case for this in order to diminish any excess bulkiness, because they've done a tremendous job of slimming this thing down substantially. Anyway, looking around the device, we have volume rocker on the right-hand side, similar location to the previous generation, and the power switch is below that. Now this looks a little bit taller. This looks to be around 6.7 inches diagonally, not including the curvature. It's about as big as you would want, and it's what you would expect in a Note series, especially with a pen input. That's on the bottom, as you can see here, speaker there, as well as Type-C connector. This unit is rumored to charge at 45 watt fast charging with wireless charging and reverse wireless charging. Rumored specifications up to 1 terabyte of storage, could be useful for shooting the supposedly improved 8K video. It's either gonna be that latest Snapdragon, or you could have the Exynos 2200. On the back here, we've got a lot of camera units to look at, including up to 108 megapixels. So you're gonna have a lot of versatility in the camera department as well. This is a black sort of brushed finish. There's going to be multiple colors available, including some kind of lighter color. I was wondering, is this just some sort of visual trick where all those camera components are just as fat as they've always been, but the rest of the phone is fatter to accommodate it, so it looks thinner? But I actually think they've been able to compress it, so it looks like this thing in its entirety, even with the camera modules, is right around 10 millimeters. Whereas if I try to line up this one and do the same, it's bulging out of there. It is an improvement, actually. Now, camera performance, obviously we need to wait and see what those capabilities are, but they did trim it down, well, at least a couple of millimeters, which I know doesn't sound like a lot, but in the land of smartphones, it is significant. They were able to shrink it all down a little bit and pack it in there. So this is gonna be the smallest of the upcoming flagship S22. This area here, the individual cameras pop out a little bit more than the section in its entirety. This is a very comfortable size right here. Let's remove the protection here. Now this is a flat display. I should also mention, I'm gonna lay it down on the table, completely flat front. Some prefer the curve. You get a bigger phone or a bigger display that feels smaller in the hand. Also, very flat sides. A lot to grip onto there. Layout is similar from a volume perspective, and power button on the side, Type-C down on the bottom. This one, the fast charging, is gonna be limited to 25 watts. You're going to have a lower resolution as well. These are all going to be fast refresh displays, but you're going to have fewer pixels, obviously, on the smaller display here. Almost exactly at 6 inches diagonally. This hole punch camera on the front is even tinier than on the Ultra or Note model. This one also available in a multitude of colors, at least 4 colors that have been rumored and shown off at the moment. This is a glossy black finish. Ooh, that is a nice little compact look. So this is gonna compete with your smaller Pixels. This is gonna compete with your smaller iPhones. Very pocketable, one-hand use capable, very comfortable to hold. I can tell you that much. Last up is the S22 Plus that fits right in between those two, but a bigger overall form factor. So Plus, non-plus, that's quite a big leap in scale. Screen size-wise, you get very close, in fact, to the Note model, Ultra model, whatever they decide to call it. Curved sides, curved display, flat sides, flat display. Yeah, just under 6'7", so very similar screen size to the bigger Ultra/Note version. So that's last year. This is this year's lineup. Very cool to catch an early glimpse at these. Make sure to subscribe to the channel for the full release retail model as early as possible. It's happening very soon, so don't miss out on that. And also, if you know you're gonna pick up one of these units, then you can head over to the website right now and actually order these later case models today, so you're ready to go when you get your brand new device. Let me know in the comments which one you're most interested in. Is it the S22, the S22 Plus, or the S22 Ultra/Note? Which one would you go for? Which one are you most likely to buy, and why? We got Japanese steel, 800 years of experience, single beveled edge, this right here, used by actual Michelin star chefs. The company's called Kamikoto. Easy.
Well, yeah.
We have a tomato. We're gonna slice a tomato. Look at the box here. That's a wood box.
Seems like it. Oh.
Look at these knives. We hereby certify that this blade has been handcrafted from high quality steel from Honshu. This blade has been formed using traditional techniques handed down through generations of craftsmen. Listen, they take it real serious. There's no goofing around. It's all types of tradition that are in there, and it's meeting the needs of a real chef like yourself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can smell the classical tradition.
Let's feel. Well balanced. Each blade is crafted using techniques that have been honed and perfected by generations of knifesmiths. They only use steel sourced from mills in Japan, from prefectures of Niigata, Ibaraki, and Kanagawa. Craftsmanship, you gotta have an appreciation for that. Each Kamikoto knife goes through a rigorous 19-step process that takes several years from start to finish to complete. With more than 100 years of experience between them, their expert bladesmiths forge and shape raw steel into hardy blades, polishing and sharpening them to an excruciatingly fine edge. Now here's the cool part for you. Kamikoto's gonna give you a discount just for being an Unbox Therapy fan, $50 USD off of any order. All you have to do is put Unbox Therapy as a discount code when you go to buy some of these beautiful knives. This is a major upgrade. This is some special stuff. You got Willie Doo slicing paper-thin tomatoes over here. It's the type of thing that's gonna encourage you to cook. Like, you're gonna wanna grab these and put something together. It's a very confidence-inspiring thing to pick up the right tool for the job, and that's what we have here. So head over to the link in the description. Thank you very much to Kamikoto for sponsoring this episode. You're supposed to cut this way. away from you.
Yeah, go ahead.
With the how the bevel is that way? I don't think